If you don't care about becoming the next Mr. Olympia, but you do want strong, aesthetic legs, balanced development, and to look good in shorts, this leg day is for you. This is going to be my part two of my 3 day simple training routine. And if you missed part one, which was my push workout, I'm going to link it at the end of this video. So just look out for a pop up on your screen. And just like I said in the push day, I'm not chasing optimal. I'm not obsessing over tiny percentage improvements. I'm focused on what works for natural lifters who want to get jacked and stay healthy and also injury free. And if this is your first video, welcome to the channel. I'm not a bodybuilder and I don't claim to be the biggest and strongest guy. So I never want to come off like I'm trying to preach to you guys. I'm just confident in how to take average guys to jacked with a super simple system. And be honest, you're also sick and tired of all the influencers, the overcomplicated programs, and especially the science-based optimal routines where they have you doing ridiculous movements for a 0.001% gain. If that's you, then you're definitely going to resonate with my content. I like to just keep it simple and straightforward. And once again, this is not me telling you what to do. This is me sharing what has worked for me over the last 10 years of training, literally trying all the routines. And this is also what works best for my online coaching clients. So let's break down my entire leg day, every exercise, the sets, exactly how to progress and how I structure it. So for the warm up, just like the push day, I'm going to jump on the treadmill, incline, 10-minute walk, just to get in the zone, get the blood flowing, and then I'm gonna mimic the movements I'm about to do. So that means I'm gonna do body weight squats, I'm gonna do some lunges, body weight RDLs, and basically just taking my body through the movement patterns that I'm about to experience. And for the first main movement, we're gonna be doing pendulum squats. If you don't have this machine, which a lot of gyms aren't gonna have it, you can do barbell squats or hack squats. This machine is from Arsenal Strength, and recently it's been my go-to movement for overall leg development. I used to train 4-day upper lower in a home gym, and I would just do barbell squats. So if that's all you have, it works perfectly fine. And once again, you can also do hack squats. The key here is simple. Pick a compound movement that you enjoy doing that's going to load the quads heavy and just overall train your legs. I do 3 straight sets and push each one hard. The next movement is going to be dumbbell Romanian deadlifts. And this is how I hit the entire posterior chain. You're targeting the hamstrings and glutes. Keep the form strict and don't turn this into a lower back movement. Control the negative, and I'm telling you, you're gonna know when you're doing these correct because your hamstrings will be on fire. And then after RDL, we're gonna move on to seated or lying leg curls. And you want both angles of hamstring work. The RDLs are a hip hinge movement, and the seated leg curls or lying leg curls are gonna be what's known as a knee flexion. Could you just do one type of movement? Sure, but if you want full development, then you need to train both. And you could even turn this into a 2-week rotation where week 1 you're doing seated leg curls, and then week 2 you're doing the lying variation. And then for, week 1 of the RDLs, you might do dumbbells, and then week 2 you're doing barbells. This is definitely not mandatory, but if you're someone who gets bored and you want variation, then give that a try. And then after we finish the leg curls, I'm gonna move on to my second quad movement, which is the leg extensions. I throw these in for more direct quad work, and my main focus is just the mind muscle connection. And the way you structure this routine is totally up to you. If you want to do both quad movements first and then you move on to hamstrings, fine, or you can do hamstrings first, move on to quads, or then you can alternate them. It's totally up to you. After we finish up the leg extensions, that's when I move on to the 2 optional movements. And the first one is seated calf raises. I'll be honest, calves haven't been a huge focus for me. I'm lucky to be genetically gifted in that area, but if you want to bring them up, then just hit them with some kind of seated and standing variation and do as many reps as possible and take them to complete failure. After the seated calf raises, we move on to abs. I do cable crunches and hanging knee raises, and I'm also going to be honest on abs as well. I've never really directly trained them other than probably a few sets a year, and I just feel that they work partially with all the other movements I do, especially compound movements. But now, since my main goal is to bring my best physique to date, I'm definitely going to start doing the cable crunches and hanging knee raises, and I'll probably just do these on the leg day. Now for the actual details of this program, it's the same as push day. We're going to be doing 3 straight sets per movement. You're going to start with 8 reps, and when all 3 sets hit 8 cleanly, you're going to add reps. And then once you get to 12 across, you're going to bump the weight and then start back at 8. The goal when starting is that you can get all 8, but if you had a gun to your head and someone said you need to get 2 more, then you probably could. This is going to allow you to continuously progress and not stall right away. The biggest problem is someone starts a program and then they're automatically just doing failure sets and bleeding edge sets with like maxed out weight. It's like start just a little bit light, maybe like 80%, And like I said, if you had a gun to your head and someone's like, I need you to get 2 more reps, you could, but they would be very challenging. That's how you know you're at the right weight. And then as you add reps over the weeks, it's gonna become more challenging. And then once you hit your target rep range of 12, you can then add weight, drop back, and then it's gonna be slightly less intense. And then you just repeat that. And that's the system, man. It's simple progression. It's nothing sexy, but it works. If you're consistent and you push yourself close to failure each set, you will make gains if you give it time. And this is the part where your brain is probably going to go nuts from all the fitness content you consume. And I think that is the number one destroyer of gains because it keeps people stuck in always changing programs. And a few weeks ago, I sent out a newsletter on the one source rule. It's basically where you pick someone who has a physique that you aspire to have and you just trust them. You just follow them. You follow exactly what they lay out because in the world today, there's so much noise, it just confuses you. So if you guys enjoy emails and you want an email every Sunday in your inbox, basically on strategies on how to get jacked, then it should be linked below this video. So just subscribe to that newsletter because I try to pack them with value and they're normally about a 2 to 3 minute read. And the point I'm trying to make with the one source rule is that there are many ways to reach a destination, but if you keep resetting or changing the plan, then you're never gonna get there. And for me, I prefer to train 3 days a week because it lets me recover better, I stay more motivated, and then it keeps me injury free if I do it right and don't just push myself and, overdo it. Once again, I'm not trying to be some juiced up massive bodybuilder. I'm just trying to build a body that feels strong, looks good, and lasts because I'm training for life, not some 30-day shred challenge. And then let me know in the comments if you guys want to see the part 3, which is the pull day. And if you guys want this entire system mapped out, app access, or maybe you train at home and you need a plan that works for you there, check out my program Average to Jacked, which is linked below. There are routines for almost all experience levels and equipment setup. So I appreciate you guys watching. I'll talk to you all on the next one. Peace.